Galaxy A145G, disconnected, ready to pair.
So today, Steve Irwin, you guys remember him, he was a very famous figure for protecting wildlife, sort of like an animal whisperer. If you don't know, look him up, Steve Irwin. Today would have been his 63rd birthday. And I shed a tear a little bit for, you know, like his wife really loved him. They're really in love. And he really had a vision for the future to protect the environment and wildlife. He was all around just a good person, nice guy. His kids say, you know, in a statement about his birthday that he's still the guiding light of his family. So that means that he has a big soul spirit. And, you know, today would have been 63. Now, I felt emotional about Steve Irwin's death back in the day. I think I was like 20. But what's interesting is I saved, it's still in the attic of my dad's house. I saved the People magazine that was, you know, publicizing what happened. Like he got, the story is, the official story, if it's not a Mandela effect, I'll have to go back and check. But the official story was that Steve Irwin died from a stingray stabbing him in the chest, like through the heart. And, you know, back then I wasn't at all a conspiracy theorist, but I obviously had natural inclinations. And I just remember, like, it wasn't even in the forefront of my mind. It was like deep down. You know, sometimes you look back and you're like, yeah, these like thoughts were not in the forefront of my mind, but deep down, I just felt like that was not true. Not because it was like sad and I can't believe it. I just remember feeling deep down like, I don't think this is what happened. Knowing nothing about the occult, knowing nothing about how this world tries to kill good men, get them out, because we need them so badly. But now they're here as spirits, souls, guiding lights for us now. This is why it's important to not be lazy, because even though Steve Irwin isn't here, his spirit is still here, and you can still operate on behalf of what he started. You know, this goes for all kinds of good people that have been unalived off the earth, you know? And karma waits. So as I was waiting to make this, here, karma waits. Big karma. Karma waits. God lets you run on for a long time, but sooner or later it cuts you down. Big karma waits. Big karma is patient. You know, like the killing of my dog, that's a big karma. Very patient, big patient karma. You know, but I'm not a victim, and I'm not going to live in despair over it. And, you know, the soul goes on, but somebody has her collar. Somebody out there has my dog's collar with her name tag. God knows exactly who has that fucking collar. God knows exactly who has my dog Athena's collar. And big karma waits. It's patient. And if you're faithful to God, you're repaid handsomely. And I just feel like with all these deaths like Steve Irwin, that was a big one. I don't think he got stung in the chest by a stingray and that's what killed him. He was a expert wildlife handler. I think something else happened to him, and it pisses me off. And big karma waits. Because I think there's a familiarity with like-minded people, like your soul tribe. And I feel like Steve Irwin was probably a like-minded individual and part of my soul tribe or soul family, because I do get choked up over the anniversary of his death and like the things that his wife and his kids were saying. His wife is like, I was never going to remarry because she said that was a big love. That was like big, real love. And since he's gone, she's not going to remarry. She's just waiting till they're reunited again. So, yeah, anniversary of Steve Irwin. Big Karma is very patient, so have faith in that. All right, that's that. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Have a beautiful day. Check your comments. I don't know. So someone said when someone has like a high vibration, they're removed archons. Yeah, but they can't remove everybody, and the world is redeemed in one sense. So I think the world is going to largely die in a huge sense, because I think that the people that belong in a world where, you know, people aren't like lying, cheating, stealing, doing sodomy, and just being disgusting people, there's still a world redeemed for people who just, these aren't even thoughts in their mind, you know? They're not like people who are like emotionally reactive, like calm the fuck down, Jews. Jews are super emotionally reactive. It's like, dude, calm down for your own good, your own survival dynamic. There's no reason for drama. Like, if someone comes around bringing drama, you're like, that's an unevolved person. And, you know, we don't condemn them. It's just an opportunity to be like, you know, you create drama, you perpetuate drama. So you can choose drama or not. You know, you realize that most of your problems, most of the things that people like fight over, like if two people love each other and they try to like argue or bicker about like little differences, you notice how it's like a continuous cycle. It's like a continuous loop. But if you guys just decide to drop the drama, stop being so emotionally reactive, just have faith in God, that's like a sacrificial love where you're like, you know what? I just trust you and God. And so we don't have to nitpick over every little difference in the way we view the world. You know, two people, like man and woman, can view the world very differently and still have a healthy relationship. But there's like, people had demons and they choose the drama. These, and you know, and these are archons, right? So it's like, it really is all in the mind, you know? It's like, it's almost like the minds of the conscious are going to kind of systematically kill the minds of the unconscious and the archons, and it's just like a weird kind of interesting genocide in a sense. You know, there's many layers to it, but that's one of them. It's like, if you can pull one more person out of the drama loop, like, you just let love reign supreme, let your faith in God take the wheel, and you don't nitpick over every cultural difference or every viewpoint of the world. None of that dramatic, annoying, emotionally reactive, minor details matter. So thanks for your comments. Yeah, constant battle between good and evil. You can either build or destroy. Yeah, building is destroying at the same time. So the more you build faith and love, you're destroying, systematically you're destroying at the same exact time. So we're creators, we're also destroyers. So it's fantastic. I love it. Praying over Earth under God's government. Thanks, Michael Spirit Force. Peace of Israel, including all Jews. Yeah, peace for the Jews, man. They're just biologically like so emotionally reactive. And it's just, I think they're in their own echo chambers and just have been for so long. And they felt so protected by their huge cults and echo chambers. And so it's like when the ideals are threatened or the cult is threatened, they freak out. And it's like, calm the frick down. You've just been in your own echo chamber for a millennia. No one wants to be around super dramatic, emotionally reactive people. And you can be around them if you're kind of like a Jedi warrior for this concept. I could be around like super demon possessed dramatic people. It's just you don't respond to the drama. You know, a lot of people give you questions in the form of commands. That doesn't mean you need to answer that question. you can just sit in silence, you know, put that demon in its place. Not every question just deserves an answer. You can just not participate. It's gotta stop, right? Because there's no place for it. You guys watching the Love is Blind new season? It's a dating show, and every season is different, and they're entertaining, usually because there's drama. This season is so funny because there's virtually no drama, and all the couples get along so well that, you know, on socials, they're like making fun of this season, but the truth is, it's like, y'all just love negativity, right? But when you're watching 5 couples who actually get along with each other, it's just, what, not entertaining? It's like people love negativity. Well, you know, they can literally love the negativity to death. I love this season because it's nice to see people getting along. So, all right, I gotta go. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Have a beautiful day. Prayers for Steve Irwin, his family, and that big karma getting returned. I hope somebody comes out and blows the whistle about what really happened to Steve Irwin, because I don't think he was killed by a stingray, and I never did. Never did, even as a kid. Well, I was like 20. I think he died when I was like 20. And I still have the People magazine in my attic. I didn't save many magazines, but I saved magazines. Maybe like I have a stack of 10 of them. And the death of Steve Irwin, People magazine, was one of the magazines that I saved because this was so big, it just needed to be archived. All right, check you later. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.